In a gaming world dominated by kill streaks, timers, and dopamine-fueled chaos, something unexpected happened. A genre bloomed quietly in the background. It didn't shout, it didn't rush, it just existed. Softly, comfortably, calmly. And somehow, that gentle stillness became a global phenomenon. Cozy games, the warm blanket of the gaming industry. Once niche, now everywhere. But what makes a game cozy? Why have they captured the hearts of millions? And what does their rise say about how we play and how we cope? This is the story of cozy games, their quiet takeover, their emotional core, and their place in a world that's never been louder. Chapter 1. The definition of cozy. Defining cozy games is like trying to define comfort. Everybody has their own version. A different blanket, a different weather, a different type of tea. But there are a few patterns. Cozy games tend to offer a few key things. Low stress mechanics, soft visuals or soundscapes, a gentle pace, and most of all, emotional safety. There's no one genre that contains them all. You've got farming sims like Stardew Valley, narrative games like Coffee Talk, slice of life explorations like A Short Hike, and even a chill management games like Bear and Breakfast. They might use pixels, watercolours, or pastels, but they all create a space where you feel safe to exist, to play without pressure, to take a break. Some cozy games offer structure, daily tasks, quests, decorating goals. Others let you wander aimlessly, no objective but your own curiosity. And the stories? Often surprisingly deep. Cozy games don't avoid emotion, they embrace it. Grief, anxiety, joy, nostalgia. They reflect the emotional landscape of everyday life, but through a more forgiving lens. There's no failure, no judgment, just you, a digital world, and the freedom to make it your own. Chapter 2. The Pandemic Boost. Cozy games didn't start in 2020, but that was the year everything changed. March 2020. Lockdown swept the globe. People were cut off from friends, family, routine, and certainty. We were collectively spiralling, doom scrolling, disinfecting groceries, losing track of time. And then, Animal Crossing New Horizons arrived. Suddenly, people who had never touched a game in years, or ever, were rushing to buy a Nintendo Switch. Within days, the game became a cultural lifeline. Why? Because Animal Crossing offered something we were all starved for. Control, comfort, connection. Your island didn't have a pandemic. Your villagers were cheerful, kind, and just wanted to talk about bugs. You could visit your friends' islands when you couldn't see them in real life. The game didn't just entertain, it soothed. It became a social space, a therapy tool, a daily ritual. And it showed the world that gaming didn't need to be intense to be meaningful. New Horizons sold over 40 million copies, making it one of the best-selling games ever. And it didn't have a single boss fight. That was the turning point. Studios noticed, publishers noticed. Cozy wasn't niche anymore. It was mainstream. Chapter 3. The Economy of Escape. From an industry perspective, cozy games are a goldmine. They're cheaper to make, they don't rely on hyper-realistic graphics or expensive mocap systems. They can just be developed by solo creators. Just look at Stardew Valley, which started as one person coding in their bedroom. But what they do rely on is atmosphere, world building, emotionally satisfying gameplay loops. The result? High reward, low risk. And in the era of content creators, cozy games became social media magnets. TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, they love cozy. Clips of someone decorating a cabin, watering digital plants, brewing tea in a neon-lit cafe. The aesthetic sells itself. Suddenly, cozy games were everywhere. Fae Farm, Disney Dreamlight Valley, Coral Island, Ooblets, Palia, and let's not forget the indie gems. Sticky Business, Mail Time, Lemon Cake, Lake, each offering a different flavour of comfort. It wasn't long before bigger studios tried to capture that vibe, but sometimes the coziness felt forced, padded with microtransactions, FOMO mechanics, or grind-heavy gameplay loops. Because here's the thing, cozy can't be rushed. It's not just about pretty art, it's about what the game feels like when you play it. And if it feels like pressure, well, it's not cozy anymore. Chapter 4. Who cozy games are for. Cozy games aren't just for casuals. They're not some lesser form of gaming. They are for people looking for safety, often because the real world doesn't offer enough of it. For players with anxiety, chronic illness, ADHD, autism, depression, cozy games are more than just fun. They're regulating, they're grounding. They offer a loop, a ritual, a sense of achievement that doesn't burn you out. For queer players, cozy games often provide the chance to see yourself represented, softly, lovingly, without trauma as the main plot point. In Spiritfarer, you help spirits process death. In Wildflowers, you're a queer witch farming and falling in love. In Dordogne, you explore childhood memories at your own pace. These games are affirming. They let you exist gently in a medium that often prioritizes noise and domination. And more developers are recognizing that. Accessibility settings, relaxed modes, narratives that center joy, not just conflict. There's something radical about saying, I want my game to be kind. Because kindness in design is intentional. And cozy games, they're full of it. Chapter 5. The future of cozy. The cozy genre is evolving. What started with farming sims and life builders is branching out. We're seeing cozy horror, like Dredge, a fishing game wrapped in unsettling mystery. Cozy cyberpunk, cozy roguelikes, even cozy MMOs. Games like Loddle Not let you clean up ocean pollution. Spirit City blends a cozy world with real-life focus tools and timers. Snufkin takes a literary classic and turns it into a meditative musical adventure. Cozy games are becoming a canvas, and people are asking for more than just cuteness. They want depth, representation, tools for coping, meaningful stories, and yet, the heart stays the same. These games remind us that peace is playable, that rest can be an action, that joy, slowness, and connection are worthy of the spotlight. We don't know exactly what cozy games will be like in 5 years, but one thing is clear, they're not going anywhere. And honestly, that's a comforting thought. Cozy games may not dominate esports arenas or set Twitch records, but they've carved out something deeper, a space to feel okay, to slow down, to breathe, to be. So the next time someone says you're just decorating a frog's house, smile. You're playing a part in something bigger, a quiet revolution in how we play, and why we play. Thanks for watching Frame Theory. And if you thought cozy games were a wild ride, on Friday we're diving into a very different kind of digital comfort. The forgotten era of Facebook games. Farmville, Pet Society, Mafia Wars, the empire that rose and vanished. See you then. Stay cozy.